Hi everyone and welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to be going over my March TBR, but before we get into that, I just want to say how much I'm not ready for springtime yet. I love the winter. I wish it was going to be cold still. I didn't really get a lot of snow in my region this time around, which really sucked because snow is my favorite. But anyway, so let's just get right on into it and let me show you all of the books I have picked out for the month of March. I have 8 here. We're going to go through each one and then I am going to probably start reading them. So the first book that I have picked out for the month of March is Final Offer by Lauren Asher. It's the last book in the Dreamland Billionaire series, and it's also the last one I have left before I finish. My favorite one out of this series so far has been Terms and Conditions. I love their relationship so much, but I'm really excited for this one. I can't wait. I've been putting this off for a really long time because I don't want the universe to end yet, but I'm super excited to get back into this. I love the Kane brothers so much. I think they are such grumpy, broody men. I don't think Callahan is supposed to be grumpy and broody, but I guess we'll see. So essentially, this is about Callahan, youngest Kane brother. He's a washed-up athlete, trust fund brat, high-functioning alcoholic. This is a second chance romance. Yeah, oh my god, I'm just so excited. And look at the pages. I can't wait actually to finish this one. It's going to be so fun. So the second book on my March TBR is actually Does It Hurt by H.D. Carlton. Okay, so I love dark romance. It's probably one of my favorite genres because once you delve into that, I feel like you can never leave. Like, it's just something I didn't expect to enjoy it because when I first got back into reading, I was reading things like Colleen Hoover and stuff like that, but I don't really enjoy her writing anymore. Especially since I've picked up dark romance authors because they're so deep into detail. And if you don't know, Haunting Adeline is actually one of my favorite books. I haven't read Hunting Adeline yet. I don't want Zaid and Adeline to be over. I'm too emotionally attached to Zaid. He's like the perfect man. So this book is about Enzo and Sawyer, and one of their identities got stolen. I don't know which one because I like to go into books blind more often than not because I like forming my own opinions and my own reactions instead of basing it off what other people also feel and see and think about the book. But the back of this says, "Who am I? I've forgotten the answer to that question long ago. Ever since I ran from that house, so desperate to escape, I left with only the clothes on my back and socks on my feet. After that day, I've only ever walked in stolen shoes. Could I be a girl who is searching for the meaning of life in faceless men? They were all so forgettable, until he came along. He took me under a waterfall and made me forget my name, and in return, I took his instead. Enzo Vitale. Vitale, I don't know. An enigmatic man who will only ever love the deep sea, or rather the predators that inhabit it. Turns out he's not so different than the monsters he feeds. He lured me onto his boat like a fish in the ocean, seeking vengeance for my crime. Had I realized his intentions and that a massive storm would leave us shipwrecked, I would have run. Now I'm a girl who is seeking refuge in a decrepit lighthouse with a man who loathes me almost as much as he craves me. He wants to hurt me, but the old caretaker of the abandoned island may have intentions far more sinister." So I love H.D. Carlton. I feel like she always has subplots of like horror or paranormal in her books, so far at least. And I'm really so excited to read this book and get more of her writing. I love her. I think she's amazing. And I cannot wait to read the shark scene. I've heard about it. I can't wait to read the shark scene. Next up on my March TBR, I actually have both of these books by Hannah Grace. I've never read either of them, and I've been putting it off for a long time. My friends are obsessed with these books. And the first book this month that I have by Hannah Grace is Icebreaker, which is a hockey romance. Neither of these books really scream spring to me, but the covers do, especially in the probably Smut Book Club, I believe is the name. So she is like a figure skater and he's a hockey player. So I think she wants to go to the Olympics or something like that. But I think essentially he ends up helping her because her like partner gets injured or something like that, and he already knows how to ice skate. So like I said, I kind of go into books blind. I haven't really heard more than that. But I do know that this has really good reviews, especially from my one of my best friends. It's actually her favorite book. So I'm excited for this one. Next, we have Wildfire. It is about Russ and Aurora, and they have a one-night stand. And she slips away before he even has a chance to ask her for her name. And I believe they both start working at a summer camp shortly after. He doesn't want to fraternize with her based on the rule that the camp passed, because he doesn't want his job to end so quick. But she ends up not caring about the rules, and I mean, you can assume what happens from there. That's really all the back even gives you. But I've heard it's cute, fluffy, smutty, and I can't wait to read it either. I've heard really, really good things about Hannah Grace, and I'm just super, super excited to delve into her world, especially the Maple Hills universe. Next up, we have Forever After All. Okay, so hear me out. One of my favorite books is by her. I've only ever read one of her works before, and it was the one with Dion. It was super good. Super good. It's like I rated it 5 stars, and I don't usually rate my books 5 stars. But I found this for like $3 at my resale bookstore locally, and I had to pick it up because, I mean, she's such a good writer. It's called Forever After All. It's about Elena Rousseau walks into a gentleman club ready to sell her body in a last attempt to save her mother's life. She didn't expect Alexander Kennedy to be there, and she certainly didn't expect him to propose a marriage of convenience instead. Marrying Alexander knowingly becomes a tool in his revenge plan. So I can't wait to get into this one because her other book was a 5-star for me. She has many books, and I think I actually want to read Dr. Grant this month too. Super, super excited for this one because she's really amazing, and it's relatively kind of a short read. I could probably get this read within like 1.5 days if I put my mind to it. A marriage of convenience is also one of my favorite tropes. Enemies to lovers, marriage of convenience, and grumpy sunshine are like my 3 top tropes. I love rude men. I don't know what it is, but I love a rude man. Next up on my spring, March, beginning of spring TBR is Meet Me at the Lake. I know this is more of a summer vibe, but I'm very limited in my book options. Like I said, I'm not really at my apartment right now where I have like over 500 books or something crazy. It says, "You and me in 1 year, don't let me down. Fern Brookbanks has wasted far too much of her adult life thinking about Will Baxter. She spent just 24 hours in her early 20s with the aggravatingly attractive and idealistic artist, a chance encounter that spiraled into a day-long adventure in the city. The timing was wrong, but their connection was undeniable. They shared every secret, every dream, and made a pact to meet again 1 year later. Fern showed up, but Will did not." I think he basically shows up at this little lakeside resort that she's running for her mom. He offers to help her. I haven't heard much about this book. I've only heard people raving about it. So I'm kind of in that mood lately where I want something short, something sweet, just like spring. So I'm really excited for that. I know I have some dark romances picked out this month because I just can't give them up. But I'm excited for this one as well. I feel like I keep saying I'm excited, but I'm excited for all of the books that I have picked out this month, especially the last one I'm going to show you. So this is called The Archer and His Rosebud by Mindy Michele. On the front it says, "You can feel it in the silence," which is a Taylor Swift reference, and so is The Archer. And I'm so excited to see how much Taylor is referenced in this book. I found this one at my local resale bookshop as well for like $4.50. I've never heard of this author, and I've never heard of this book. I've never heard anyone talking about it, but I'm super excited to see if there's any connection between Taylor and the book. So they're both single parents. She's 19. He's a divorced dad. She just had her newborn. She's a single mom in a town where she's going to college, but it's not her hometown, so she doesn't really know anyone or have help. And he offers to help her, I assume. And it just seems like it could be really cute. I don't know what the Goodreads rating is for this. But I usually don't buy books that don't have like at least a 3.8 or higher, because my taste is very peculiar. Like, one of my other favorite books is actually called Belle Morte, and it's a vampire romance, and it does not have good ratings on Goodreads, but it's so good. I freaking love a vampire romance. So I don't remember what the Goodreads rating was when I checked this one. I just know that it sounds really cute, it sounds really sweet, and I can't wait to get into it. This last book. Okay. I've been putting it off for months. I got my mom to go online on, I don't know if it was Pango or Mercari. I think I got her to go on Mercari and find this entire book set with the out of print covers for $80, and she got them for me for Christmas. All 4 of them. There's 5 now, but I have 4 of them in the original covers, and I'm super excited to get into this because I freaking love Gossip Girl, and I love a toxic romance. Okay, and I guess that makes me toxic too, but I don't really care because I freaking love toxic romances. The last book I have picked out for my TBR this month is Magnolia Parks by Jessa Hastings. And you know, the back is, how many loves do you get in a lifetime? Super iconic. She is beautiful, self-involved, and mildly neurotic London socialite. He is Britain's most photographed bad boy who broke her heart. But Magnolia Parks and BJ Ballantyne, is it Ballantyne or Ballantyne? BJ Ballantyne reminds me of Junie B. Jones for some reason, so I'm going to go with BJ Ballantyne are meant to be. Aren't they? I'm so excited that I got the original cover. Like, it's literally so freaking cute. I don't like the new ones, but it kind of reminds me of Chuck and Blair, and I really hope this is like Chuck and Blair. Oh my god, Chuck and Blair are so freaking cute. So I can't wait to get into this. Actually, this one actually might be the first one that I read today. I'm so freaking excited. You have no idea. I have such high hopes for this book, and if it's not a 5-star series, I'm going to be upset. These are all of the 8 books that I have on my March TBR. I am probably also going to add Daisy Hates just to see if I can read 2 to get that done. But it is for a video I have coming up soon, probably in a few months. I'm super excited for, but these are all the books that I have on my physical TBR this month. I'm so super excited for these books. I've been putting them off for so long, and like I said, I have this channel to hold myself accountable and to make friends, and that's it. So this is me holding myself accountable and hopefully reading these 8 books. Well, that's all. Thank you guys so much for watching. If you would like the video and want to stick around, please subscribe and comment down below to let me know if you've read these books and if you love them as much as other booktubers. I'm so excited to get into this month. I think all the books I have picked out are super cute. Some of them are super spring. It just looks... it's going to be a good reading month for me. I can feel it. I'm hoping. I have a lot more to do and to read, but this is my physical TBR. I hope they're good, and I hope you enjoyed this video, and I'll see you in a few days.